What's up, guys, and welcome back to Anno 117 PAX Romana. That's right, baby. I've been looking forward to saying those words for a few weeks now, and we can finally let this series run free. So the game is going to be releasing on November 13th. Make sure you mark your calendars. It's just a couple of days away. And you guys know we had some early access. I posted the first 2 episodes of this series a couple weeks ago, and we had to wait till we got closer to release for the embargo to lift, so now we can finally post more. So very excited about this. If you guys don't remember, in the last episode, we were banished to Albion. We've now been sent north to this really harsh territory. I'll be honest, I've been doing a lot of research. I've been doing a lot of play, and I think I've gotten a lot better at this, so I'm excited to see what we build and how you guys enjoy it. And I mean, I'm a couple episodes ahead. Some stuff pops off. We go to war. There's Viking chicks, and it's pretty cool. It's going to be really fun. So I hope you guys are excited for this. Again, the game is going to be coming out on November 13th. It's coming out everywhere on Steam, Epic Games, Ubisoft Connect, PlayStation, Xbox, you name it. So if you guys want more information, click that top link down in the description. Thank you so much to Ubisoft for the early access and for sponsors. I've had access to the full game for the past like month, dude. That's how they were that ready to release this game. It's crazy. It's really, really good. I hope you guys enjoy. Let's get it started.
Banished to the last fringes of the earth, we pass beyond all knowledge.
Been so excited for this, man. Welcome to Albion, the North. Time to start anew. It's a tough life up here, but we can do it.
Are they here to welcome us?
With sharpened teeth.
And who might you be? You're no Imperial messenger. Pentaconter? What's all this? Where's your commander?
Right here. I am Governor Nalcratius.
Governor? You've got a Lucanian cow.
Yes. I'm going to ride in like the conquerors of old.
What? No, you won't. Not unless you already want a war.
But I've got orders. The Emperor...
The Emperor doesn't know how bad things got. Come. Let me introduce you to the chief of the capital.
Just casually bringing an elephant up north.
Corvinus, I can't
these guys have
pay
never seen one.
tax if the Skaha keeps snatching up my fillies.
Manx? News from Latium. New governor.
Greetings, Chief.
Manx anxious. But what's this magnificent beast? It's got a long face.
So it does. Listen now, Cratius. 2 islands lie beyond the White Cliffs. An outpost on either would extend the Limes, offering some foothold against our enemy, the Skaha.
We've got a couple enemies now. Obviously, the new Emperor, corrupt
Tread
Emperor.
Carefully. She will be watching.
We've also got the Skaha, which are just kind of a common enemy of the North, so... This is going to be interesting, and it's going to be up to us to build a brand new dynasty up here. Very excited for this chapter 4, the deep end. Not going to lie, dude, I've been craving this game. I've missed it so much. I know it was a while since we've uploaded, so excited to be back. I've been watching videos,
Restless
reading
raiders
tips, all
roam
kinds of
these
stuff.
seas. If anyone here is friendly, it is certainly not them.
It'll be all right, Ben. Don't you worry. So we've got to choose
you were
one of
doing
2
us all a
islands here,
favor
Cudslip
here.
or Cragmore.
The treasury at White Cliff can cover your first settlement.
Appreciate that. So we're definitely going to be needing a lot of swampy areas here. This is going to be, you know, we're going to get food and resources and stuff from that. Looks like we've got quite a bit of mining happening. We can see the different fertilities that we have here. And then if we swap over to this island, looks like are the fertilities the same? A little bit different. This has herbs fertility and small bird population. This has dye plant fertility and saltwort fertility. Ooh, I kind of like this one a little bit better already. And I love that we've got 2 swamps to kind of build houses up the hill. This one looks a little bit tougher, to be honest. We've got all the mountains we're going to have to build around. But I feel like this one's a bit more interesting, so I think I'm going to go for this one. Kind of like this area here. We've got a big beach. This could be kind of like our main landing. It's well protected. We've got all sorts of rocks and stuff. We can kind of see enemies coming and trap them in if we need to. So we're going to go for this one. I'm down for it, baby. Let's go ahead and grab our ship. And we are going to send him over here to be able to settle this island. She don't look like much, but she's ours. Land of opportunity. Look at our ship coming in here. The fog is clearing, and we are going to be good to start up a brand new settlement. Here we go, baby. This is going to be a lot tougher than what we had in Latium. Not going to be as many resources and things. but we're going to be all right. So we're going to select our trading post to settle on this land. It's not going to cost us anything. They're covering the build for us. Appreciate that.
Lost.
We officially have a new home. Ben's not very excited about it, but it's going to be okay.
Any different from Latium? Build some houses, build up a town. As soon as you have your nose and some ledgers, you'll feel a lot better. You'll see.
Let's get some woodcutters in here. We're going to be able to put this guy. Let's get him 100%.
I won't feel
Do a lumber mill
better
across
so
the
long as I
way.
am condemned to sodden marsh.
It's going to be all right, Ben. I'm not really too worried about it, brother. I think
Now
you're being
for
a little bit
houses.
overdramatic. I'm going to say let's get a second woodcutter in here. Let's get 100%, and then we can do another sawmill right next to that. So we're going to have these working, I think. Can
Come all
these
the way
reach?
out
They
here.
can. This one can't reach the main trading post, but we could just put a warehouse right here in the middle for right now, and that should be good. So we can reach the warehouse, and then that can reach everywhere else. So perfect. We've got some wood coming in here, and that means we're going to have to start building some houses. I feel like houses through here would be pretty good. We could start here, and then we could kind of expand up the mountain and stuff. Now, this is definitely something that we were not doing as efficiently as we could in the past, so I'm excited to try a new angle here. We probably want that right in the middle, actually, and let me pause this here before we get too far ahead, because we don't want to lose too much money. I'm going to bring this way. We could just have one main thoroughfare right there, and then we're going to go right down the middle of this. I mean, I don't know. There's really not a lot of room. Maybe this is going to be all of our houses right here. Let's do it like that. I'm going to take another road. We can have kind of a cross section here. And now it's going to be time to start building some residences. So what we were doing before is we were building a residence and then we were putting a road all the way around it. And that's super inefficient. We need to just have one side of it touching. So our new rule is going to be to build at least in sets like this. If not, we could go even a little bit farther. Like if we set these guys up here and then you put a road around it, look at that. Each house has at least one road covering it. And we could do batches of 6, batches of 8, batches of 4, kind of mix things up a little bit just to make it fun and different. But yeah, that's kind of how we're gonna start organizing things here. So let's set these guys up. I feel like smaller batches are gonna be good. So maybe like batches of 3, and really what we could do is we can grab our copy tool and we could take like this and we could just kind of set these up. Just leave one spot for a road there, one spot for a road there. Really don't want it to be perfect though, so now let's take, you know, like a batch of 4. We could kind of go like this a little bit. I don't want it to get too similar, you know what I mean? We could even like have this and have this one go like this, perfect, and then we could take some roads and let's start putting some roads around these guys. And actually, it looks like we didn't leave enough space there, so we need to at least have that much room. I didn't realize we could go half things there. Perfect. Okay, so now we could do roads around everything, and we're gonna have lots of people in here. Perfect. So we've got some shelter, but of course the number one thing we're gonna need is some food. If you've got people, you need to be able to feed them. So we've got a cockle picker here, which is gonna add population and happiness, which is great. And we are gonna try to put this in the water. Obviously it's gonna have to go in there, so we could put this thing here, and as we build more residences that get closer to that, they're gonna be happier. But if we take a road and we bring this guy out here, we're now going to have food. Are we within range of any sort of a warehouse? I don't think so. So we're going to put a little warehouse right here so that we can get that, you know, out to the people. So we've got food there. We're also going to have an eel grabber. So I'm going to say, let's take a road. This guy, let's have kind of a main road here. It's going to go out into the swamp. It's going to take a lot of our wood, but that's fine. And we're going to put an eel grabber in here. We want 100% efficiency. And look at that. They're going to be grabbing eels, and then they're going to send the eels in to the warehouses, which this does not have a warehouse, which means we should probably build another one, and we're going to have more resources and things happening out here. So I'm going to put this warehouse like this. I don't know. We might move that later. But all right. So we could speed things up again, and we should start to see, hopefully, we have no population right now, but hopefully this starts to go up, and hopefully this starts to go down. We've got shelter, we've got food, we've got everything you need. We're going to be able to get some people in here. We're going to be able to start taxing them. Come on, baby, look at this. Look at all these hardworking people. Look at that. We've got our first waiters coming in here. We officially have a community. All of this work, all of this planning,
When you've time,
is coming to fruition.
I'd like to know more about what transpired in Latium.
That's a story to tell, my guy. I tell you what.
That's where Procurator Corvinus camps out.
I think I'm going to move. So we've got this sawmill over here. Let's move this guy. I'm going to move this over here for sure. Let's keep 100% efficiency. Beautiful. Right there. We can move this road just like that, because I'm going to want to keep putting houses over here. And then this is the sawmill that was over here. So we can move this here, and these things will have access. to our trading post. Now we've got some new things coming in. We need to build a sense of community. So the main thing is we want to upgrade our residents. You could see here, this is just a plain raider.
Jelly, me.
Waiter, sorry, and we need to provide them with their needs. So we need to provide food, which we already have. We need to provide public services, which is going to be like markets and stuff, and we need to provide fashion. So let's get in here. We're going to work on the public services first, and once we fill all these, we're going to be able to upgrade and keep moving forward. So we've got market and bardic hearth. We're going to select this market here. This is going to add population and income to everything it touches. Now, I'm tempted to put this in the middle, but I feel like we're going to continue expanding this way with our village. So I feel like we should put it here, because then anything in this area that it touches is going to continue to reap those benefits. So I'm going to say like maybe here. Let's put a market right there. That is perfect. My goodness, she's beautiful. Let's go ahead and see her in action. Should start to see some people trading and things. Look at that. Absolutely love it. People with different wares and fish and things to trade and whatever else. So we've got that guy there. And then we're also going to need a bardic hearth, which is a fireside community where songs, stories, and news are shared at the governor's expense. And this is going to add population and happiness. So I'm going to say kind of a similar thing. Let's put a bardic hearth here. So all of those are going to be affected, but then we could also, you could see like these houses over here aren't affected. So we could just put a second bardic hearth over here to be able to cover that. So everyone is going to have extra happiness and everything. And then we could kind of continue doing some more houses over here. So that should help out quite a bit. We should start to see this number go down. We're trying to balance this budget. We're trying to make sure that we aren't losing money. We've got 53,000 denarii, which honestly is quite a bit. I feel pretty good about that. Now, next up, when we look at our residences, we can see we've got plenty of food. We're starting to get that public service. That should finish out. It just takes a little bit of time. And now we're going to have to get some fashion. Everyone wants to be fashionable, which means we are going to have a couple new fashions unlocked. We've got reed shoes, painstakingly woven into straighter stalks, and tunics. A tunic in Rome is a tunic at the far-flung Albion. Vague covering. Okay, perfect. Sounds good to me. So for these shoes, we're going to need a reed gatherer, which I think, yes, this is going to go in here. And we are going to have to set up kind of like a farm-looking thing. So I'm going to put this maybe here. And then we're going to have to set these guys up. How big is this going to be? I want to make this look pretty nice. So if we have that there, bring this all the way over. Perfect. There you go. We want to have as much coverage as possible. We could kind of have it come this way and maybe kind of work it. We don't want to do anything in the cockle picker or the eel grabber area, because that's going to reduce the output that they can do. But if I don't want any wasted space, so I'm just going to kind of come like this. Perfect. There you go. Look at that. Just leaving them enough area to be able to work. And we now officially have a minor city, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, so we should start to get the reeds that we need. Now we're going to need the shoe weaver, and this is going to add happiness to people. So again, we want this kind of in the middle of everything, in the middle of wherever most of our community is going to be. So I'm going to put this one, do we want it here? We could put it here. That feels like a decent spot. So we'll set this guy up right here, and then we're going to get into the tunics. And I kind of want to build some more roads and houses here. So let's build some roads around these guys, and then we're going to start building more dwellings. We'll do a batch of 6 there. We could do a batch going this way. That leaves us kind of an awkward space here, though. Oh, no, it doesn't. Never mind. We could do 8 and 8. Perfect. And then we could start building some more roads around these. And then that way, this guy
on our materials
is affecting a lot more. Okay, they're waiting on materials. You're going to be fine. But I think we're going to want to do the same thing with the tunic, the spinner, because that's going to increase income and knowledge. But we're going to need a hemp farm here. Now, the hemp farm is not going to help anything, and we kind of want this off in the distance. This is where all of our trees are coming from. We could put it over here. I kind of feel like we put it over here, though. Let's set up a hemp farm up on the cliff. We do have a mining operation that we could eventually get to over here. So I'm going to set this up maybe something like this. Hemp really isn't that big. There you go. Hold on. Let me delete this, and then oh, I didn't mean to delete both. There you go. That looks a little bit better. Okay, so that's set up. We're going to put a road straight out to this thing. And then that way we could set up, when we want to do mining, we could have the road come off here too. Does this reach? It does reach a warehouse, so that's perfect. Now we're going to want this spinner, and the spinner is going to also add, I mean, I feel like let's put it, we're going to keep adding houses that way. I'm going to put it in here. Let's take these guys. Sorry, you're going to be moved. Let's put you over here because we've got to get our spinner in this slot. And then we could do kind of a little road right here just to mix and match everything up. And now we're just waiting on more timber. As we get more timber, we're going to be able to upgrade these guys into actual homes. And we should start to see this fashion category taken care of once these two get working. I don't think they can work right now. We're waiting on hemp, which the hemp is currently being worked on. We're at 28%. So if we speed things up a little bit, you could see our hemp coming into the warehouse as soon as they have enough hemp. When this guy reaches here, we should start to see the spinner go as soon as he has the right amount. In the meantime, we're just going to make sure that we're always upgrading all of these buildings and getting them built as we need. Look at this absolutely fantastic little community, dude. We've got food, we've got storage, we've got fashion, we've got all kinds of stuff happening. We've got places for people to enjoy and hang out and tell stories. And really, I think the only thing we're going to want to continue doing is building more houses. And we want to build houses this way. I'm going to say, let's delete this. This is now going to be kind of a main road. And I think let's have this. I'm not going to go sideways so we can always keep the same building layout, but we're going to have this come there. We're going to have it come across this way. And then we're going to have it shoot up into the mountain. Maybe we do a little bit earlier. Let's have a road come straight down through the middle of the mountain. This one right here. Perfect. Go ahead and delete this. And then we're going to have these two roads intersect at some point. Beautiful. So we've got kind of our layout, and we're just going to continue building houses as far and as wide as we can. So let's get some roads around these guys so everyone has access to it. And then I say we move this over one. Let's delete this. Have this road come directly across here. Perfect. There you go. Then we can have more roads coming across here. And we're going to be able to continue just building houses wherever we can. And I like that we have different amounts. Like, we've got an 8 top here. We've got a 6 here. We've got a 4 here. Let's do like maybe somebody, them and their boy just got together and they just have 2 houses next to each other. Like, I want it to feel a little bit varied, a little bit different. And let's see. Do we have...
Don't be going to market for a friendly horse.
Technically, we have the ability to upgrade now, I think, right? Oh, my goodness. Okay, choose your upgrade path. We've got Romano-Celtic or Celtic. So Romano-Celts are focused on economy and research. Mercadors and nobles live in larger cities and reshape the environment to their advantage by draining marshes and building aqueducts. Celts venerate local gods and nature. Your smiths and aldermen live in small communities and gather and produce wetlands and forests that surround them. So this is kind of like drain the swamps, build Rome. This is more take advantage of the land, work hard, and that kind of thing. So it looks like we've got brooches, bird tongues, and aspic, and hand mirrors. This, we're going to be producing cheese, cloaks, and chariots. I feel like we've already we've done Rome, and I think eventually at the end we're going to be able to go back to Latium, which I'm really excited about. So I think we're going to go Celtic. Let's
forging ahead.
Let's keep the old way there, and we're going to be able to upgrade to smiths now, which is very exciting. So let's see if we could get some cheese and beer started. Is that what we have here? Cheese is going to add income and population. Beer is going to add income, population, reduce knowledge, but add happiness. So that, I mean, that sounds about right. We've got a ton of extra waiter workforce. Let's just start upgrading. All these guys are all ready to be upgraded. I'm going to say as we get deeper into town, we're going to start upgrading up this way. So all of these are going to trade into Smith workforce, which obviously looks really cool here. And now we can see we've only got 104 waiters, but now we've got 22.1 Smiths available. So really, I mean, we can continue upgrading a lot of these because I think we're going to need more Smiths.
Which emperor sent you this time?
In the end.
Never mind. It doesn't actually matter.
Kind of looks like Astrid. She looks cool. Oh, hold on.
A fork in the river.
A passing waiter sees your toga, bright with the colors of Roman nobility, and throws himself at your feet. A lassie is well-meaning, gestures cause mud from a nearby puddle to splash all over your hymns. You sigh. Speaking no Latin, he gestures frantically to the wares strapped to his ponies, freshly woven reed shoes. Okay, so we're going to take his shoes, take his tunics, or show forgiveness. I'm just going to show some forgiveness. He's never known such mercy. He lowers his head in deep gratitude and hops atop his pony and splashes off before you change your mind.
May your river run clear.
A smart guy. Waiter's grateful for your graciousness. So, all right, let's pause here. We're going to start getting into beer and cheese, and it looks like we've got more options here popping up as well. We've got level 2 here. So we're going to need an ox farm, which we're going to need wattle and daub to be able to make. So let's start working on this. With this, we're going to need a reed gatherer, we're going to need a mud dryer, and we're going to need a laborer's yard. So we're going to start getting some more reed gatherers happening. We already have one, but I'm going to say let's get a second one. As soon as we get some wood, there it is. We're going to be able to construct that. We're going to have double the reeds coming in. Those are all going to go to the warehouse. And now we're going to want a mud dryer. Requires marshland. We could put this maybe just straight across from it. That works for me. We're really running low on forest. I wonder if we want to put some more wood gatherers at some point. We're at 66 out of 80 here. That's why we're starting to run out. This one's at 85 out of 80. So I'm going to move this guy back a little bit. Let's make sure we're at 100% efficiency, and then we could put this guy in here. We could just start taking advantage of all of the lumber that we have over there before we continue to build on it. And then we just need a road right here. Perfect. And then maybe move this guy over here for right now just to make it a little bit more efficient, and move this guy here so he's right in front of it. And then we can delete this road over here. So we're taking the natural resources, but we're going to be fine. We do have to be careful about that. Like, we could potentially, if we wanted more wood, why don't we, I just feel like we don't have enough lumber. I'm going to put another one out here just for the time being. So now we just need the laborer's yard, which it looks like this is not going to have any effect on anything. You can place this anywhere. So I guess we just put this right next to it. So we've got a nice, you know, quick exchange there. You get the raw materials, you get it in here, walk it across the street. And we're going to start working on these, which means we're going to be able to start making cheese and beer. Looks like we'd also start working on some clay production chains, which we're going to need another mud dryer. We're going to need a charcoal burner, and we're going to need a tiler. I say we kind of try to get ahead of this here. This guy's at 96% efficiency, so we might want to move him. Hold on. If we move him over here, we're going to be at 100. So I'm just going to move him across so we're getting more there. Beautiful. This wood is really slow to get through. We're going to bring another mud dryer right here, but we're going to need some more wood to be able to make that happen. So as soon as that's done, we'll have a second mud dryer. We can start working on a charcoal burner, which is going to need forest. Definitely going to want this far away. We want 100%. So let's go ahead and set this guy up over here for now. We can bring this road in to be able to meet him, and then we're definitely going to need a warehouse out here. So let's make sure that's not affecting that. And then that can start sending charcoal back. And then this tiler is also kind of bad news. So we could put this right next to it. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to start working on getting these wattle and daubs, sticks and mud, and then we're also going to have tile going as soon as we have enough wood. I feel like the wood is really, really slow in this one. I don't know if we just got behind it or what, but there we go. We've got our second mud dryer. Should start to see the wood coming in. We could get this, and then a little bit more wood. We're going to be able to get the tile starting to work. Beautiful. There she is. Okay, so all of our
something it'll have to wait. I'm a touch busy.
bad fire stuff is all the way out here. It's not affecting our town at all, which is great. So things are looking good. We've got that whole production chain going, and now we're going to start getting into cheese. So we should be able to do this livestock farm, which it requires marshland. That's interesting. I'm going to set this guy up here. We're going to have some livestock around him. We can do 5 of these. That's interesting. Okay, so we've got 5 livestock there in the marsh. And then those are going to produce what we need to make cheese. And then we're going to have a kitchen here, which a kitchen is going to increase income and happiness, which I'm going to say, let's maybe try to get this kitchen somewhere over here. Let's try to get as many happy people as possible. So I'm going to move all of these guys. Let's move you up here. And then we're going to be able to put this kitchen right here. Let's go ahead and put some roads around it, make everything sync up and beautiful. We've got kind of another little central area. Look at this. Look at all the cheese and everything. That's absolutely beautiful. All right, so we're going to start making cheese. Now we want to start making beer. So we're going to need a barley farm. We're going to need a malt house. So we're going to need a brewery, which is obviously going to make people very happy. We're also going to want a charcoal burner, which means we could potentially do another one of these out here. We've got 100% over here, so let's set this up, and we're going to link this to the road over here. Perfect. There you go. Is that going to be able to reach? That's not going to be able to reach, so if we move this warehouse, if we put it there, is that going to reach? It does reach. Perfect. We're going to want another farm. The barley farm is going to be similar to our other farm out here. I guess this could just kind of be our farmland. I don't want to take up too much space, but I feel like this could be good. Definitely want to leave space for the mining eventually. But if we have this, bring it all the way around here. We do have more marshland over there that we're eventually going to have to get to. But all right, look at that. Beautiful. We've got some new options coming in. And man, things are looking good. Holy cow. So we're making Not making beer yet, actually. We need a malt house here. So we're going to take the barley and we're going to put it to the malt house. So I say we have the malt house right next to this. That's going to be able to reach everything that we need. City status 3 has been leveled up. And then we're going to have a brewery, which is going to increase income, but also increase fire, which is fine. I'm going to say we put this brewery right in the middle of town. And then we probably want to think about setting up some of these city watches. We're going to have a Medici, which is your hospital. We're also going to have a Custodes, which is your police force. We're definitely going to want people to have hospitals and things available. So I'm going to say that's going to increase our health here. Let's put one right here, and then we're going to have one over here helping out. And we're going to have our police force here, which it looks like this is just going to increase our happiness. Our happiness is already really high, so we don't have to worry about that yet. We could probably put it here just to increase happiness a little bit. Beautiful. We've got tiles starting to go in, so as we have those tiles, then we're going to be able to build these. I think that's what we're missing. Yeah, so we definitely need as many tiles as possible. And we're in pretty good shape. Now, our next thing is going to be building even more markets and things, which is going to be crazy. I guess we just keep going. We're waiting on tiles, so we just got to wait for those to come in. Let's see what we've got going on here. So we've got a recreation ground. Traditional multi-eventing is a great opportunity for strapping young Celts to prove their mettle. So we're going to add prestige, health, and happiness. And then we've also got a phantom, which is going to add knowledge and belief. Sounds good to me. So we're going to want to start setting these things up. And again, we're going to want these as central as possible. I kind of feel like it should be maybe in here. So we're going to have to delete all these roads, and then we're going to have to move all of these guys for the time being. Just move them out of the way. We're going to put this guy right here. Perfect. We're going to build some roads around them, and then we could take these and we could start putting more houses in line here. Shoot, this guy's kind of an odd duck, isn't he? Okay, we're going to have to... I don't really like this segment anyway, so let's delete this part here. We're going to move all of these guys off for a second. Let's delete this, With these guys as well, we'll get all that set up here in a second, but then we can bring in this guy. We're going to have him just like that. Let's put roads all the way around it, and then we're going to start to try to get these guys, get them put back. Oh, wait, can we? Let's delete that. We get this here, but then it's not going to be able to make it through there. Shoot, you can't get a road through here. I guess we could still hit most everything, though, so that's fine. If we bring this way, technically, that's going to be kind of an open area, but if we just put some dirt in there, we can at least make it look like that was on purpose. Start building some more houses. We can have these go all the way along here, and then hopefully, oop, I didn't mean to open religion. Hopefully, we could do that. Perfect, and everything is still touching. Okay, beautiful. So let's go ahead and get things moving again. We've got our new layout. We've got these things right smack dab in the middle of everything, so we're going to be able to affect everyone. As soon as we get some more tiles, which honestly has taken a very long time to produce, we should start to get some of these buildings set up in here, and we should be good. So we've got a lot of belief. We've got prestige. We've got health. We've got happiness. We do have a fire safety problem. Unfortunately, I don't even think we have that unlocked yet. It looks like we're going to need a 4th city status. So as soon as we get that unlocked, we could start putting some fire departments around here, and we should be fine. We've also got a villa, which this is going to be our governor villa. This is going to make people happy and love us, hopefully. We want this far away from shores and things, so maybe we end up putting the governor villa somewhere up here. I feel like literally right here next to everything else wouldn't be a bad spot. Dude, I hate it. We want everything central, but you can't have everything central because there's not enough space to have everything central. We'd also think about setting up barracks. Now, I don't really know how all of that works very well. We could start building ships and things, which probably wouldn't be a terrible idea. This is going to end up costing more tiles, which we don't currently have, but we can at least kind of get this in process. We've got that. We've got a depot, which increases the storage capacity limit on the island. I feel like we could build that and set that up right now. We've also got sales, the sales production chain. We're going to need sheep, and we got the rope production chain that we can do with hemp. So I'm not too worried about that right now, but that is something that we should probably think about getting into at some point. And we could probably just speed things up. So we do have a positive balance. We are making money at this point, so maybe we just wait and let's try to get as many of these tiles happening as possible. I don't know if we want to set up a second tiler. I do feel like this is really slow, but we're just going to try to get all these tiles, get all these buildings set up, and we'll kind of take a little pause here until all this is complete. And actually, you know what? We've got We've got plenty of workforce. I'm going to go ahead and go for it. We're going to expand this a little bit more. Let's do another tile production chain, because otherwise we're going to be stuck here all day. So we're going to set that guy up there. We're going to want another charcoal burner, which, I mean, we really are getting crazy with the charcoal at this point, but that's fine. We'll set that guy up out there. Can have this go to him. Bring him into the fray. He's going to need another warehouse, which we could set up here. All this is going to be destroyed eventually, but at least we have that. And then we can set up another thing here. And we've got a heavy fire risk up here, but it's going to be fine because we're going to be producing tiles like crazy. And we're going to be good to go. So let's go ahead and do this Phantom here. Beautiful. Look at that thing. My goodness. This thing is really starting to come together. We're on this like little sliver here. You know what I mean? Like it's this tiny little plot of land, but we're actually getting it done. Keep building houses along this way. Go all the way back there. We could put a road from here all the way over here. Perfect. We can bring them in. I really want to get into this. This still has 100% forest though, so I'm not going to mess with that right now. Probably want to continue building houses over yonder. Just going to continue building as much as we possibly can. Make sure we're leaving enough space for roads, but we could just kind of continue having houses come all the way out here. Put some roads around them. I mean, we've got some cutoffs, but that's what you're going to have living next to the cliff here. Have some more of these guys. Unfortunately, we do have some dead ends, but there's really not much we're going to be able to do about that. Let me go ahead and delete this, and let's have this start here. We can bring it this way, bring it this way, have another set like that. We're just going to have little neighborhoods here. We just got to build roads around them. Shoot, that was... I'm going to move this one over one. Move it that way. Perfect. Now we can get some roads that way. Absolutely beautiful. I say we just, honestly, let's do a few of these neighborhoods here. I feel like they make a lot of sense right here. So we're going to put another one there. Beautiful. And then we could kind of do the same thing over here. We'd have a 3-piece here, and then we're going to have to go down to 2 pieces. Or a 4-piece there, then we're going to have to go down to 3 pieces. Sorry. So we've got roads all around all of those. And look at that. We've got a real city coming together here. We've got plenty of tiles. So we're going to go ahead and set up this Medici here. We're going to keep people healthy. We're going to set up a Custodes to make people happy. We're going to do another Medici over here. Make sure we're keeping people healthy. We should see this island health start to go up. And things are looking pretty good. Now, in terms of our continued needs to be able to upgrade even more, if we take a look at our Smith residences, we're going to need fashion and household, which means we're going to have to start making trousers and torques. So we're going to keep on grinding here. Trousers are going to take a sheep farm and a weld crop. We need some more farmlands. We are kind of running out of land a little bit, dude. I guess a sheep farm could be over here. I don't know what the sheep pastures look like. You do 3 of them. Let me move this here. And then we can do our pastures back behind it just like that. Perfect. Now we're going to get this guy set up to a road back into town. And he should be able to reach that warehouse, right? Yes, beautiful. So we're going to have sheep starting to come in. We're also going to need a weld crop, which we're missing... Oh, shoot, we don't have fertility for this on this island. We've got barley, herbs, small bird population, iron deposit, copper deposit, and silver deposit. So we're going to have to find another island. What is that other island over here? Does this have... This has dye plant fertility, so we're going to have to build another thing over here. So let me take our ship. We're going to send him over here. We're going to have to settle this to be able to get the dye plants that we need. From a faraway land, here they come. It's time to settle a new island with some new resources, and I think we're going to have to continue branching out at some point. Dude, this is just so good. I love this so much. This game is insane. I like Albion a lot because it's a lot tougher, and I like that we had, like, our first playthrough to kind of learn it, and now I feel like we have the opportunity to really make it happen. So how much is this going to cost us? 16,875. We are definitely going to make that happen. Beautiful. And now at this point, we pretty much just need to do a similar thing. We're going to have to get some wood. We're going to have to get some houses, but we're really going to focus on getting to the dye whatever. So we're just going to start a simple one here. We're going to have a road going out. We're going to want to set up just some basic timber production. Let's do 2 woodcutters. Let's get some roads out to these guys. They should be able to reach on the edges right here. Perfect. There you go. This has 100% coverage, right? Yep. Beautiful. All right. So they're going to be getting to work on that. We're going to go back over here. We have been building the island so much. Honestly, I forgot that we were supposed to be working on the thing. So we want to sail to the Procurator's trading post at some point. Let me just double check. We might as well finish this out. So we're going to start working on torques. We can't do the trousers until the next thing comes, but we can at least start a copper mine, which we know that we've had this mine here for a really long time. And we're also going to need a charcoal burner, which we already have 2 of, which is fine. So if we hook this guy up to a road like so, he should be able to reach that.
The land.
Beautiful. We're going to start producing copper, and then with that, we're going to be able to have a wire twister, which this is going to increase prestige, but also give us fire problems, which I think is going to be fine. Where do we want to set this guy up? Probably somewhere middle-ish. I'm going to say let's take out these 2 houses right here. I knew eventually we were going to have a need for these guys, so we can move you up here. And then we're going to have a wire twister down here that's going to help take care of business. Let's put this guy, I guess, there. And then we can put some roads around them. All right, perfect. So we're going to start working on that, which means we're going to start working our way towards level 3 residences. We're just going to have to get the better fashion.
My own spears. See how they fly.
And it does look like we're losing food a little bit, so we could do a second cockle picker and stuff, so we might as well make sure we're on top of that. We're making beer, we're making cheese, we're making all kinds of stuff, so let's just get, you know, back to level 1, just some basic cockle picking. We absolutely love to pick cockles. I guess we could put this guy right here, and we can have this come off right there. So we're going to have more food coming in. We could do more eel grabbers, too, if we wanted. Is this guy still... He's still looking all right, but we could extend this off a little bit, and we could do just another eel grabber because that's easy money, easy food, and now we should start to see our residences get back up in the food category here. We just need to work on fashion and whatever else. Okay, so we're going to sail to the Procurator's trading post. It's been a while since we've done that. Let's go ahead and grab our boat. We're going to head over here. We're going to go see what he's got going on for us. We might have some new objectives and things. I remember quite a while ago he was saying, oh, when you can, tell me about what happened back in Latium. So that's exactly what we're going to do, sir. We're going to go you know, explain to you the situation, the craziness that we had. If we check on our other island over here, they're leaving from there, and we should have plenty of wood coming in. Oh, shoot, I didn't mean to do that. But yeah, we've got wood coming in here, which means we're going to want to start building houses. So let's go ahead and do a similar thing. Basically redoing everything that we did just to be on a new island so that we have some new resources and stuff that we can do. So we're going to get those set up as soon as we start getting people in here. We're going to be able to start to add food and everything else, so we could kind of redo it all over again. But let's go back, see what our ship is doing. Looks like we have almost made it back to the trading post here, and I'm very excited to see what the Procurator's got for us. We might even be able to trade for some of that stuff that we need, but it's going to be better if we could create a trade route and kind of start making moves for ourselves and start creating it for ourselves. So here we go. What's going on, sir? How we doing? Speak with the Procurator.
Good. News travels slowly to the Empire's extremities. You better fill us all in. Emperor Lucius is dead, you say.
Murdered by a slave.
Calidus marched on the Senate and declared himself emperor in Julia's place.
Calidus always did have the loyalty of the legions. But I'd never write off a snub Julia Augustina.
Lady Julia against the Senate and all the armies of Rome.
Calidus may have frightened the Senate into temporary submission, but she has the name, Marcus. The daughter of Emperor Servius, conqueror of Albion, the true progenitor of Pax.
We're gonna have to get her back on the
credit
throne
when he died. But defeating the Celts was Servius's triumph.
Must be why I'm here. Calidus wanting to tread in Servius's triumphant footsteps.
Emperor Calidus does hold him up as an example. His own father was a corpse-bearer. Be prepared, Marcus. Feel free to take a look around Whitecliff. I will answer your questions.
Dude, he's got a heck of a barrack.
Men and resources are limited, but we make do.
There's our elephant that we brought here. Appreciate that. That's awesome. What is this over here?
The Skaha we can lay
Prisoners?
hands on, we keep here.
Interesting.
I noticed you came here without a flagship. It's one of my duties as Procurator to ensure the governor never goes without one.
Do we have a flagship now?
Here's your flagship. If you ever lose it, the regulations will compel me to fit out a new one for you.
Okay, so we're going to be able to start going to war. We've also got one
Procurator?
that's for sale for 15,000 over here.
Stand, waiting.
Interesting.
Anxious, yes. I want you to go beyond the Limes, up to Cragmore.
Which is going to be up over here?
Cragmore? That's Voada's holding, that is.
Precisely. We need to know what she's up to. She's watching my scouts, but she's not watching yours.
Oh boy.
Oh, bloody hell. All right.
So he's going to go up
What
there,
do we do
accompany
about
Manx
these
to
people, then?
Cragmore? Yes.
I believe the Emperor expects us to conquer them.
So we're gonna have, dude. I
Can't mean
don't
all of them.
think
still
I'm ready
need
for
some
war.
of these Celts to work for me.
Cragmore is a fortified island. You try and keep a low profile. I just want a report. Nothing more.
Is this Cragmore over here?
Well, strictly
pretty sure it
speaking,
is.
one would only need to subjugate their leaders. This Voada, for instance.
Oh, I mean to show her that I'm not to be trifled with. But I need an army first. It could be an army of Celts.
Really, Ere? Do you intend to lead them in their war dances?
Why not? It could be fun.
So we're gonna start an uprising
Rain or
and
no
come
rain,
back
I'd
against
rather be
the.
a governor here than go back to that cubicle and count beans.
That's gonna be cool. Instead of fighting these people, we can band them together
Off
and
we
maybe go fight.
Stay close. Fog swallows the best of us.
Okay, sounds good.
Afraid, anxious? Are we in danger?
Could be. Could be not.
We are off.
I think if she attacks, she'll want to do it on her terms.
Your cities will suffer without a barricade. Any troop you can put between you and the enemy.
So we've been working on
I
growing
don't
our
have a man
people
to
and.
spare. You'll need a barracks, and you'll need to train your own soldiers.
Oh boy. We're gonna have to build an
War's
army.
better.
We're gonna have to be ready to fight. It looks like we're going to a new place. I don't know what this place is. It looks like that's a place of trade, so we're gonna be going somewhere else. That's not the fortified island we were talking about. This is our island over here. They're all working really hard.
Have a furry slug over his lip.
I love that we've got this big warship now. This is kind of fun. I don't really know how to go to war. I don't know how it works, but I want to make sure that we're prepared for it. Dude, how insane is this game? Look at how good this looks. Just riding off into unknown territory together. Looks like we've got some new land on our left here. Really big bird flying around. I wonder if we're going to be able to make use of him. Is that just like a vulture or something? I'm not sure, but okay. We've got an island here if we ever need it, but we're just going to keep on cruising. Just going to keep following this guy to wherever we're going towards the north. We've covered about half of this map so far, so this is nice. We're getting a nice lay of the land, and we're uncovering some secrets along the way. Ooh, is this Stonehenge? Bro, what is going on over here? That's interesting. We're just gonna keep pushing. Looks like we've got a bunch of wolves and stuff. This doesn't really have anything on it. I wonder if this is gonna be like a side quest or something. That's really interesting. This is just so well done. I love that we've got the city builder and like, obviously, ooh, we got whales over here? What is this? Dolphins or something?
Our
that
scouts have sighted new land.
That is so cool. Okay, new land. That's exciting too. But I love that we have like, you know, obviously a city builder that
One more
I want to
thing.
get back to town. Oh,
Letters from the continent often come to Whitecliff first. A letter from Latium for you. I have read it. In line with my role as procurator.
is this going to be the island that we were going to? I don't see
It's
any.
also my duty to report
civilization.
gubernatorial improprieties to the Emperor. But for now, I'll remain discreet. After all, it's not my place to decide the friends you keep.
Dude, look at this beautiful waterfall and stuff over here. Oh my goodness.
Mars
All right.
knows my career could do with a
Resin,
little love
pony,
from
tin
above.
deposits. We got to make sure we stay close
Festina
enough to these guys,
Lente.
otherwise we're in trouble. They'll stop moving, so we just got to stay hand in hand with them. Is there a way? Can I tell them to stick with him? Follow him? Oh, we could just tell them to follow. Okay,
Our
beautiful.
scouts have sighted new land.
I've been clicking the entire way, but yeah, you know, obviously we've got this city builder that I'm excited about, and I want to get back to our town and keep working, but at the same time, we've got like a pretty good storyline happening. We're getting off and exploring. We're learning new lands that will eventually be able to help us out. This would be a tough island to settle. There's like nothing here. Voada's hill fort must be all the way at the very edge of the map, or maybe off the map. I'm not sure. Holy cow. Okay, so she has quite the army, dude. Look at her thing all the way up top of the mountain. We're gonna have to somehow storm this thing. If she doesn't attack us first, this is crazy. She's also got like a little shipping outpost down here. Dude, look at the number of people that she has. What are we doing up? Is this her?
Did we not become strong again? Our blood thickening for each and every newborn ox? They say Rome's last emperor died like a dog. His PAX is over.
So she's poised to take
You've
over.
seen the new governor with his grey beastie. A worshipper of murdering, conquering Servius. Do we, the Skaha, allow such insults to stand? Or do we remind him of the fate of Landinium? Of Matiacorum? Iron from blood!
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like her vibe. I would switch sides.
So now you know who and what you're up against.
Clearly, her threats are not to be taken lightly, and her fort
Cragmore.
is impressive. I wouldn't fancy sieging it. Voada has defenders in numbers.
Yeah, I think we
Well,
just mind our
thank
own
you,
business for now.
Anxious. My ship can make its own way from here.
Go easy now. The mist. The mist.
Interesting. Okay. So we're going to prepare for the worst. We're going to have to build a barracks. I'm going to take our, let's take our ship. Let's get both of these guys back home. I'm going to bring this one back this way, and we can bring this one back this way. They're both going to come home, and hopefully they're both going to have a nice, easy ride from there. So
I've no great experience in these matters, but I suspect Voada might be rallying her warriors for a raid.
we're going to want to prepare for that for sure. Uh-oh. Oh, so this is the letter that he was talking about right as we were approaching the island. So Julia, the Emperor's wife, sent us a letter. It's truly terrible that Calidus sent you away, but I hope you're out of the warm hearths I always imagine of quaint Bretna. Pray it's warm from now on. You'll be on your own. The noble Concordia Vestos Maxima has been named my custodian. I'm to be moved to her sanctuary. She is loyal to Calidus. As her charge, I shall be as far removed from Rome as you are now. It saddens me most to think that I will not be there witness the day of your triumphant return. Do look after Diana for me. Bro, what is going on here? Do we have people die? I think we had people. Oh no, stuff is abandoned. Oh, this is not good. Fix everything, repair everything. Perfect. There you go. Let's try to get some people in here. We do have a waiter workforce in here now. How come oh, there it is. Okay, I think people didn't have food. That's probably a pretty big issue here, Trev. We had a big aside right there. I was not ready for that to take as long as it did. Let's go ahead and construct that. We can have a little road there. Let's definitely get an eel grabber in here. Make sure that everyone's got everything they need. Let's have another little road come off this way. Probably gonna need a warehouse there. Probably gonna need a warehouse here. And then we could put a little eel grabber out here, get him as close to land as possible. I mean, we've got plenty of wood. The wood has been going well. We've got food now. Obviously, we're going to want to get a market. We're going to want to get all sorts of stuff happening. So I'm going to set up a market here. I'm going to set up a Bard's Hearth here. We can get more houses all the way around this thing. It's just word for word, bar for bar, copy across here. Perfect. There you go. Let's pause this really quick. If we go back to our main, then we know we want to set up barracks. We're also going to want to, we've been trying to get these taken care of. So these we're doing, I believe. Let me check because a lot of time has passed. We are missing household, which we haven't started that yet. So we're looking at this. We're going to need more shoes. We're going to need more tunics. Where's our...
You'll be wanting a warehouse.
We need a warehouse for this guy. I didn't think about that. Okay, so we're going to set up a warehouse. You know what? Let's just go ahead and delete all of this. This is a really ugly part of the map anyway. We could get a warehouse in here. Perfect. And then we could do some roads around it. And we're missing goods, but we should be getting the... This should be working. No warehouse in range of this one either. Oh, wait, what? I figured it would be able to make it, but that's fine. We can just put a warehouse right here. Now all of this is going to be able to go to the warehouse. We're going to be able to get to work on that. We're good there. We're working on the torques, but we definitely need to get the trousers. And we know with the trousers, we need the weld crop and the dye plants, which we do not have fertility here for. So we're going to have to set this up over on that other island that we were getting started. So we're going to go back over here. City status has been increased. That's what I'm talking about. Minor city happening here. This is good. I'm going to move this guy over here, and we're just going to continue expanding this city here. We don't need it to be absolutely huge. So let's multi-select this. If we move this over here, and we're going to rotate it a little bit, we could put it just like that. We need a little bit more wood to make that happen, but now we're going to have a much bigger city and we're going to be able to get to work on this. So let's take a look. We need these trousers. We're going to set this up. The sheep farm, I say we set up 2 of these things. So we're going to have a sheep farm here. It's going to have 3 pastures around it. And then we honestly could just do another sheep farm. So let's send this way. Send this way. We might want to move these eventually, but we're going to be fine. We could do another sheep farm with 1, 2, 3 pastures around it and put some roads around that, put some roads here, and then all of a sudden we've got ourselves 2 sheep farms, and then we need to get a weld crop. I say we just put this next to the sheep farms. We're gonna have this go all the way back like so, and then we're gonna have, honestly, let's just do another weld crop right next to it, and we can have it go all the way back. Do another one there. So now we're just waiting on, we need Waddle and Daub. So we could send Waddle and Daub over, or we could probably make our own Waddle and Daub production chain will probably be the easiest. So let's go ahead and get this, send that out a little bit, and then we can start getting to work on Waddle and Daub. So we're going to have a mud dryer out here that's not going to mess with the effectiveness of our eel grabber. We're going to do a waddle and daub situation right here. Are these going to be able to reach? They will reach that warehouse right there. And then we're also going to need this. And we should probably double all these up. Set this guy here. Go all the way back just like that. And then we can set this guy here and go all the way back like this. We've got our sheep farm. We're just waiting for this weld crop to build. We need the wattle and daub. And then from there, we're going to be able to build a hosier, which we will put over here because it's going to increase the stats on all of our people. Just put that right in the middle right there. And now we just need to wait to get a little bit more timber so that we can build these things. Oh my goodness, back over here, baby. All right, so we need to start thinking about an army. It wants us to build a barracks. We also, honestly, we haven't taken a look at religion yet. We probably should do this. So if we pledge to Ceres, we're going to get bonuses to bread, flour, wheat, porridge, oats, wine, grapes, honeycomb, beer, malt, barley, olive, and olive oils. I mean, we've got beer, but there's not really a whole lot there. Sardines, garum, salt, sturgeon, cockles, seashells, weapons, iron, ore, armor, charcoal. I feel like that's not really... I just feel like there's not really a good option. Like the cockles, we can affect the production chain of cockles. We can have more cockles. I guess that's good, since that's a source of energy for us. So we're going to set Neptune as our patron here. Up in the north with Neptune, baby. All right, beautiful. We should start to see these things coming in. Let's take a look. Look at that. There it is. Our fashion is starting to come together, and we're doing it with just the torques. We could also do another reed shoes and another tunic setup. But if we get the trousers happening, I think that's what I want to do. And then we're going to get into this as soon as we have more smiths. But we're going to hold off for a second. Let's do one thing at a time. We want to get this wattle and daub going. So we're going to get these guys built.
Workforce in one of your cities.
We've got a shortage of smiths. Okay, which means we're going to have to upgrade some of our
good eating on cockles, and not just for
townsfolk.
crabs.
Which means we're going to have to get the frickin', I forgot about that. We're going to have to get the shoes and everything. All right, we're going to have to speed this up because we need more lumber to be able to make this happen. Dude, this is crazy. We're going to get this guy in here. We're going to bring this like this. And then we're going to be able to use this, and we're going to be able to make a shoe weaver, which we're going to put over here. That's going to make our people happy. We should probably do this too. So we're going to set up a hemp farm. So we've got hemp, and then we're also going to grab one of these guys. We could put this down here just like that. And as we build more houses around here, everyone's going to be affected. So this is just going to be a slightly smaller community, but we're going to be okay. To be honest, we've got way more space in here. This might have been the island to start with, but like I said, the other one I kind of wanted the challenge. So as soon as these start working here, we should be able to start upgrading. And then we're going to be we've got no smith workforce to work on any of the level 2 stuff, all of the trouser stuff. So as soon as we have smiths, we're going to be good to go. Let's just go ahead and build a few more people in here. Build some roads around said people. Let's connect these roads here. Perfect. Let's build just a straight line of houses all the way across here. We've got a whole village happening here. Look at this. This is what I'm talking about. We're going to be able to upgrade these guys to Celtic residents now. So let's just go ahead and start doing that. And that's going to give us the smith workers that we need. Oh, we unlocked more things, but we're not going to get to that yet. Hold on, give me a second. So we need to start this, and this is going to be our first step in production towards this. We finally have some weld crops. We have worked so long and hard to get here, and it's finally happening. What are we waiting on? Just one more wattle and daub, which the wattle and daub should be happening. We're at 65% right here, so we're going to be able to get this thing going. Go ahead and get that happening, and then now where our hosier, if we need 2 more wattle and daubs, we're going to be able to open this thing up. We're going to be able to start making these clothes, and then we're going to be able to ship those clothes back to our original island.
Ben, is that my last amphora of wine? Have you been pilfering my reserves?
Ben's been drinking the wine, man.
Yes.
You know I could have you flogged for that.
Please, I implore you to forgive me. I have disgraced myself and violated your trust in drowning my sorrows.
Ben, what in the name of Jove is wrong with you? This doesn't sound like you at all.
Oh, this place. I am dragged down by its murky currents. You must understand, I've only ever known life in Latium.
We're going to get out of this, Ben,
Didn't
don't you
grow
worry.
up east of the Mare Nostrum.
Civilized places, culturally contiguous places.
You're going on as if there are no cities or people here. Is it too much time indoors?
Mingle with brutes with no means of self-expression save a grunting and scratching of the armpits.
They have poetry, Ben. And their craft with wood and gold. Some of them can even speak to horses.
Simple pleasures, fruitless pursuits.
Well, if it keeps them from drowning in misery and stealing my wine. Here's an idea. I order you to enjoy yourself.
There we go. The word hobby leaves Ben Valiant staring at you blankly, or maybe that's the wine. Still, he would never be permitted the freedom of a hobby in Latium and could use some inspiration. What therapeutic pastime do you recommend? Brewing beer, wood carving, smithing, horses, poetry. I'm going to say wood carving.
Woodwork? They'll have me carved into a trinket for you. Surely you have need of me here, in the villa.
An order, Ben. You'll see. It'll do you the world of good.
I think wood carving sounds pretty fun, to be honest. So this thing is open. We're missing goods, but those goods should be coming in. So we're missing sheep, which we've got sheep procuring stuff right here. And that should go out of there into the warehouse, and then we should be able to get that. So we're going to have sheep and dye plants, and look at that. We've got our first set of trousers happening. Let's get this pasture going. We've got 2 of each. And we officially have a fully self-functioning thing here. We've got plenty of people. We don't have any risk or anything. Everything is good. We don't need to extend ourselves too far and wide. Fashion is looking good, and I'm happy with that. So now we need to set up a trade route. So I'm going to take our smaller ship, create a trade route. Here we go. Okay, so we are going to say we're going to be going from Cudslip to Cragmore, and we're going to load the trousers and unload the trousers. Establish this route, and that means we're going to have more happy people that have all of
it ripens.
Their fashions met. Now, we're going to get into our next, well, should we build a barracks? Let's build a barracks. Now, I don't know where I want to place this. It's going to have to be on land. I feel like it's going to have to be over here. We might have to move this whole ordeal down this way a little bit. That way it's at least close and stuff. I feel like that's the play. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna have another temporary change of plans in these roads. We're gonna have this road go all the way down here. We're gonna have to move all of this stuff. So we're gonna move this guy down here. Let's move this guy over here. So this is just all going to be wood burning and everything. We're going to put our what's it called? Our clay maker right in the middle. We're going to have a warehouse towards the middle. Hopefully everything's going to be able to reach that. We might need another warehouse. I'm not sure yet. But now we can kind of delete all this. Move this guy here, perfect. We've still got the same amount of stuff over here. It's just we're gonna have all this set up in a different spot. There you go, beautiful. No warehouse in range. It should have a warehouse in range. That shouldn't be a problem. There's a warehouse right here. Oh, we've got full output storage currently. This is a good spot to be, man. So we've got so many materials, we just don't need any more currently, which is amazing. Okay, so we're gonna have our barracks, and I would think maybe our villa is gonna be up here. We don't need to worry about the villa yet, but at some point we're gonna want to build the Emperor's Villa. I think we have it up here in between the 2 mountains. That feels pretty freaking solid. I'm just gonna go ahead and build it because it's gonna give us a big bonus. Look at that. All right, that's what I'm talking about. Bunch of money, bunch of everything. I don't even know, do we need like an office and stuff? I think the officium has to be on a different part of it. I guess we could set this up down over here. We'll put this in down there, and then eventually I think we're going to be able to have somebody take over that. I know we did that in Latium. I can't remember exactly how that worked, but all right, so we're dramatically increasing all of this. We do have to watch the island fire safety. I don't love where this is, but the good news is it's all the way down over here, so that doesn't really matter. We've got a well-protected villa right here. Absolutely love that. We're unlocking new research and stuff, and now we're going to set up our barracks, which is going to be over yonder. So we're gonna have maybe, I don't really know how much space we need. I guess I'll just put it right in the middle right here.
You're sticking your hands in the hive.
Oh, Voada sees your barracks and oh gosh.
Your adversary makes herself known, and sooner than anticipated.
I'm not ready for it.
Voada of the Skaha tribe. It is my displeasure to report her mistreatment by Rome in the past. While most of the people of Albion have come to accept Roman rule, her tribe remains in open rebellion. That this idea to ride in on an elephant, like warlike Servius, the military drills,
Your idea, not mine.
no doubt revived the hatred. Hatred for those who took her son.
Hardly surprising.
Such is the nature of war.
Okay, well, this is going to be interesting. So we got to figure out, I really don't know how to work the barracks here. I'm hoping it's going to hold my hands.
These wild Celts, sticking spears in other people's doors. Took a great chunk out of the paintwork.
So we're going to be able to record an Auxilia in 5 minutes. Either Auxilia or Archer. I'm going to start with Auxilia. I'm assuming we're going to have to get this set up on a road, right? Do we want this closer to the village? Okay, there we go. We've got this progress.
An urgent missive from the continent, emblazoned with the Emperor's personal seal. It's important enough for me to deliver myself.
Maybe we want do we want this next to our villa? I kind of feel like that wouldn't be a bad idea. It should probably be right next to us. I just don't know if we're going to need a lot of extra space and stuff, but we'll just delete this. Delete this, and then we can connect this here, and we can keep everything on the up and up. But, all right, beautiful. So we're continuing production. Things are looking good. And we've got an army that we're starting to train. This is just so hard, because I want it in here because it's really well protected, but we're also going to want to put, like, wooden walls and stuff up. And I feel like we're going to want more space. I'm going to switch this around.
There is a shortage of workforce in one of your cities.
I'm gonna have a road go this way. Oh boy, Corvinus has much unsolicited advice to give you on how best to prepare against ambushes from Voada and the Skaha band. In the main, he suggests you train land troops at your barracks, consider pausing productions that overproduce to free up people for the army, buy weapons at White Cliff Trading Post if need be. Okay, hold on. I'm going to, let's get this figured out first. Move this. I'm gonna set this up so we're kind of like facing the ocean so we can kind of see what's coming. I actually kind of like it at an angle. I don't know if these need to be right next to each other or how that works, but we're gonna set this up like this. We can have this road come around here. We can have it kind of bypass this way. So then we can build stuff around it, and then we can have this connected for right now. Feels like the right move. That should bring everything back. We are missing waiters. We need to either unupgrade or build some more houses. Honestly, we could start building up houses over here. Wouldn't be bad. So we've got another neighborhood starting here, and we could, I mean, I would keep adding, we've got plenty of workers right now. I don't want to keep adding more because eventually we're going to have to keep providing more food and stuff. Like, how are these guys looking in terms of, they don't have any markets or anything. We're going to have to reset up an entire new population over there. We can also expand this way, would be helpful. But all right, so we're good there. He was saying that we should think about trading and buying weapons. We could do that. We could also start an armor or a weapon production chain. We're gonna need an iron mine, a furnace, and then charcoal burners and a smithery. We can definitely do that. I'm gonna set up an iron mine back here. We're gonna get this guy coming in here. Beautiful. Is he gonna be able to reach? He's not going to be able to reach this warehouse.
Don't disappoint me, Governor.
Uh-oh. This is from Calidus, dude, the new corrupt emperor. How's my praetor? Not cracked under the strain yet, I hope. Anyway, no time for platitudes and pleasantries when half the empire's on fire. Change has to happen, Marcus, and soon, for Rome's to be what it should be. You're young. We need fresh blood. I need you to show me whose side you're on. Speaking of which, I'm coming to visit Albion. I trust you'll make the appropriate security arrangements. Wouldn't want any Celt rebels piling on the Emperor of Rome, shall we? Okay, so he's coming.
Imperial visit.
That's not good.
Hugh. Once he sees how little we have achieved, he'll sink us forever.
I feel like we're doing pretty well.
Pretty well here, Ben. Besides, who stops an emperor with his heart set on a visit?
This is not your mother we are welcoming. For emperors, there is always more to do, more to prepare.
Like what?
Delicacies and decorations, Ere. A red carpet all the way to Latium if we must.
Does the emperor often visit Albion, Procurator?
Not since Servius planted the feet of his elephant on these shores. Countless provinces vying for his attentions. And he wants to recapture this backwater.
Probably can't wait to escape the stuffy old senators. Man of action, lungfuls of marshy air and all that.
Even before Servius, Albion was always a trophy province.
Scoring a quick victory here will make him popular?
It's a celebrated tradition. Hammering the tribes of Albion till they're on their knees.
Interesting. I think we're moving on. Chapter 5, Imperial Visit. Dude, we've got to be ready to go. We got to place ornaments and stuff around the city while we're preparing for war, while we might be attacked, while there's an emperor visit happening. This is just
being recruited.
This is getting absolutely insane. Okay, so we're first of all, let's focus up here, Trev. We're going to set up a new warehouse really close to this. Let's just make it a nice, easy game there. We've got a lot of charcoal happening, so I don't think we need to worry about that. We are going to need a furnace, so we could probably set this up over here. And honestly, I say we double down on everything. Let's do another copper mine right here. Let's have a road lead straight back, and then we can set up another furnace right next to that. We could have 2 furnaces right next to each other. Perfect. There we go. So we're going to be smelting up some armor. That's going to go into, or some iron. That's going to go in there. And then we're going to want a weaponsmith, which is going to add income and fire safety. And I feel like, do we just want to leave this out here? Do we want to skip on the income, or do we need the income? I kind of like the income, if you want me to be honest. But I'm going to wait until we can get some fire buildings. We still don't have that yet. So I'm going to set this up right here. And then let's take a look here. We need iron into that. We're also going to need pig, woodcutter, and tannery into an armorer. So we're going to set up an armorer out here. And then I think we could kind of set up like a little pig farm right here. This is just going to be like industry times 10. And now we could set up 5 pig farms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I guess.
Is it just me, or do your cities look more Celtic than Roman?
I do value Celtic traditions, Manx.
Maybe Voada'll soften up to you after all. Be honest, though. You just want Celtic-made goods, am I right?
Bimbalian tremors nervously. Having squeezed it from his contacts that Countess is fond of beer, he now has doubts an emperor could be so barbaric. But lo, 1 small sample is all he needs, like a pot releasing steam. You tell your residents to bring forth the beer? Sure. Bimbalian and his army of household slaves rush forward to help carry the barrels. Looks like your banquet's
only we
almost
had wine,
complete.
A vintage red. But all we have is buckets of this warm and frothing bile.
Enough to feed and water an army. Oh, I hope he isn't bringing an army.
Okay, so we're going to have to do all of this. Place
Come on,
ornaments
Ben.
around your city. I'm going to have our things start building archers. We're going to have to do drinking horns and ceremonial shields to be able to upgrade to our next level of worker. So drinking horns, we're going to need an artisanal studio that's going to come with ox farms and tin mines. Let's bring a thing off this way. We haven't been out here yet. We're going to have to set up a warehouse off the bat, and then I'm also going to start setting up these ox farms. So we can get this guy here, and then we're going to put 5 of these around it, just like so. Perfect. So we've got another ox farm. We're also going to need another tin mine, which I guess we've got one right here. This actually works out pretty well. And then we're going to be able to get this horner, which is going to increase income and happiness, which we're going to want smack dab in the middle of town, which is not going to be easy to do, but I think we're going to have to start moving these lumber mills. So let's set this guy up right here. Let's get that around there. That means we're going to be taking this, so we're going to be moving it elsewhere. We do have some trees over here. So I'm going to say, let's put this in here, get this connected to the road. We're going to set up another warehouse just like that. We're going to need a spot to bring the lumber mill over. And we should honestly probably just move everything because we're going to want more houses and stuff in this space. So we're going to take this sawmill and we're going to set this up. We'll have a second sawmill right here. So these are still going to be producing lumber and timber. And now we could continue expanding this way with houses and all of our other builds. Yep, shortage of workforce, saw that coming. That's why we did that, so that we could start building more houses. We're gonna set these guys up here. I'm so stressed out too, because we still gotta do all this, and I'm trying to balance our workforce here. We don't have enough waiters. Need to increase the population. We've got plenty of these, so let's just keep adding more, I guess. This whole area is so messed up with the way that this is coming in sideways. I wanted to build it sideways because it was gonna be more fun, but maybe we start bringing them in like this, and then we could start bringing them in like this. Dude, we're gonna have so many people, and this means we're gonna have to get more markets and oh no, these are still hitting most of it. The markets aren't though. Like our level 1, these guys. It's only these guys that aren't being hit. Okay, so we could set up a market right here. We could set up a Bard's Hearth next to it, and then we could still build houses around this. But we definitely are going to need more food, which is a little bit concerning. So really, I mean, we could probably put a cockle picker right here. We're praying to Neptune, baby, so he should be able to help us out. And let's just keep building as many houses as physically possible. Bam, there it is. Some more towns reaching all the way to the edge. Dude, this is crazy. This is really starting to come together. I am getting nervous about the island fire safety, but look at how much area that we're starting to take over here. Like we have officially done it. Okay, we've got archers. I say we work on decorating. So we're gonna want natural foliage. We're gonna want some trees, maybe some oaks. These are pretty spectacular. Just gonna randomly set up some oaks in places that we can have them, just to make this thing look a little bit more dramatic. Get that there. That there, perfect. We're also gonna build some statues and stuff wherever we can. So we've got all that. Let's build some nice statue. Don't we have like little parks and stuff? Like, let's get this statue here, and then we could grab like some cobblestones and I mean, we could do that. We could have like a little statue set up here. I'm just randomly placing stuff, but this is honestly pretty cool. There we go. I mean, that seems like a nice little spot in the middle of town. That should help us out a little bit. Let's see how we're looking. So we've got flower statues and trees that we still want to do. Planted olive trees. I feel like these are pretty nice. So anywhere where we've got a little bit of space, let's just have a little bit more greenery around town. We're not going to be able to fit that in there. Maybe we have some nice wildflowers along the entrance to our place so we can have them like this. Is that going to help us out? That's going to bring us up to 7. Perfect. So we could put maybe a little wildflower field over here. And then last but not least, we need a couple more statues. We are Celtic after all, so we're going to add some random Celtic obelisks around, and that should take care of what we need. Since we got level 4, we're going to be able to take care of fire, and we're going to need fire brigades all over this stinking town, dude. So I'm going to set one up right here. We're going to set one up over here. We're going to set one up over here. And we should probably have 1 or 2 over here because it is really ugly over here. One up there and one up here. Perfect. I think we've got the horns coming in. Let's see how these people are looking. We need more public service. Our fashion is looking okay. Do we have those pants coming over? We do have trousers coming over. It's just, it's not really... Oh, it is helping. It's just going to take more time for them to get here. We need more of everything, basically. And then we're also going to have to start working on the household supply, which this thing... Are we working on drinking horns? We've definitely got a drinking horn set up somewhere in here. Yep, right there. Okay. It's missing goods. It's missing tin ore. We don't have tin. Oh, gosh. Okay. I'm an idiot. We don't have tin on this island, but I'm going to hope that we have tin over here. Iron, copper, silver. So we're going to have to go to a different island. This has a tin deposit over here. So we're going to have to come over here. We're going to have to conquer this. We're going to have to make a new setup. We're going to have to upgrade people to the level 2 miners, and we're going to have to mine tin on this island. So we're going to have 3 islands. This is going to be our main island over here, obviously. This is where we're getting the stuff for trousers. And this one, once we can get it, is going to be where we're going to be getting our tin from. This is ridiculous, bro. A long queue snakes back from the villa door. Locals live and hope that you will arbitrate their concerns no matter how petty. The first woman in line is spitting feathers. She claims her cousin's neighbor stole 2 chickens while her back was turned and demands to know how it's to be resolved under Roman law. Dismiss the chickens, cut off the thief's hand, order the birds returned, and put the thief under oath not to steal again.
All in due time.
Just be nice, people. This local is more irate than the first. She picks the scabs in her hands as she rants. There's talk her brother's wife has been unfaithful, and she's come seeking justice on his behalf. Wife is gonna have to confess before the gods.
Come on, then.
Even for someone with all the patience in the world, these requests are growing tiresome.
Dense cloud of aroma approaches, more manure than man. On the surface, his complaint seems the most trivial so far. One of his oxen, Gwyn, is that an ox? Oh, oxen. Is poorly, and he worries she won't make it through the night. What to do, Governor? Let's pay for the cow,
such
dude.
dilemmas don't fall upon me.
Whatever, dude. I'll take care of you guys. Don't you worry.
Showing goodwill? After all this time?
Sounds like Voada appreciates me being nice. All right, we might be able to make friends with these people after all. And now we're going to get back. These guys are still being made perfect. We're going to get back to our villa. And we're
await your instruction.
going to take a look at some of the decorations. As you enter the atrium of your villa, you find that it's full of discarded flower garlands. Ben Balian seems to be on the verge of tears. Apparently, the Celts are refusing all orders that involve flower arranging, and your own household is already stretched. Do it yourself or remind the Celts who is in charge. We're going to do it ourselves. You and Ben Balian spent a few hours hanging up the garlands while your slaves clean the atrium. However, only so little will go around. Decorations are limited.
The reek of horse droppings and smithy armpit is finally a little less prominent. Thank
We're ready
goodness
to
for
accept
fresh
the
cut flowers.
glorious leader.
The
Raising an
Emperor's
army,
sail is
trying to
sighted.
advance our people,
Our efforts
taking
won't
over
be
other
enough.
islands.
He'll throw us to our own eels.
Wait. Where's the Imperial fleet? What kind of emperor crosses the oceans alone?
I only met him briefly, but Emperor Calidus certainly likes to do things his way. Here he comes. I'd forgotten what a funny gait Calidus has.
Greetings, Governor Naucratius.
Greetings, soldier. Please let Emperor Calidus know that everything has been arranged.
Oh, very good, Governor. Yes, the Emperor would be glad to hear it, if he was at all compos mentis.
Watch your tongue when you speak of the Emperor, soldier.
Oh, right, yes. Good one, yeah.
Wait, Procurator. That isn't Emperor Calidus. Can someone tell me what in Lucretius's loincloth is going on?
What, Lucretius's
You weren't
loincloth?
told? Calidus isn't coming. This is just one of the boys. We're to bait the enemy out for you. Poor spurious bastards here drew the short straw.
This is the will of the Emperor?
Oh yeah, Emperor
So we're gonna get
Calidus
attacked
used to
and we're not
command
ready.
Our unit. Asked us personally. He said, if the enemy see bait, they'll be sure to pounce. And what attractive bait you are. That's when we cosh 'em with superior forces and take back Albion once and for all.
With one pitiful half-drunk unit?
What? Calidus said you'd have your own armies, Governor.
I sense Emperor Calidus wants to shake the nest and sting us into action.
Don't let your guard down.
Build towers for defense. We've still got a shortage of workers, so let's
So
make
wait,
sure that we get that
isn't
taken care of.
Actually, the Emperor, or
It is not the Emperor, no.
I'm still a bit new to Roman humor, I think.
A new unit has been recruited.
New unit's been recruited. That's good. All right, let's get some roads around all these guys.
There is a
Perfect.
shortage
There
of
we go.
workforce in one of your cities.
Trying to get more workforce in here. I don't know how this works. Do we want archer towers like at the entrance? I would assume. I'm going to set up an archer tower right here. And then probably another archer tower down here. It's going to take 12 people to be in there, so we're losing more workforces. I mean, some of the stuff we could probably pause. Like, what do we have a lot of? We've got a lot of wattle and daub. So like this laborer's yard here, we could pause this, and that should...
A few more feet
If
in
we
the
pause
slurry.
these two, what else goes into this? It's the reed gatherer, the mud... Oh, gosh. We could pause those production chains. We don't need to put more people into the army.
Stirs.
Think she's taken the bait, Corvinus?
If she believes Emperor Calidus is here, she may think to kill him.
I'm stressed.
Oh, Mithras.
I hope we're ready, dude. I feel like we did a much better job building compared to what we had in Albion. We haven't fought anyone, so I have no idea how to... Should we have a giant wall around the city? Probably. We kind of chose a pretty poor
Your
spot.
new emperor sent you here to die, didn't he? Because I know he's not here. You're in this alone, like me.
We're gonna join forces!
But we have to drive you out all the same. Can't have you draining our fens and murdering our children again.
Maybe not. So it's like enemy my enemy is still my enemy. We're not gonna be friends.
A structure is under attack.
One of your buildings is under attack. Where? Oh, shoot. Dude, they came in from the one side that we didn't defend. I forgot about this beach over here. Okay, hold on. We need troops. So let's get our archers. We're gonna get them around to the front over here. We're gonna have them, we've got our other archer tower right here. Let's go ahead and move these guys just in front of them. We're gonna move these guys over here. We're gonna move these guys over here. We're gonna have our ground warriors ready to go. The archers are gonna have the oversight there. It looks like these guys, they're not gonna be able to go that way. They're gonna be forced. Ooh, we kind of built this pretty nice. They're gonna have to take a right here, and they're probably gonna come straight up this street. So we're gonna have all of our archers ready to go. I even say
under attack.
maybe get the archers a little bit closer, and then let's make sure that these guys lead the way in. Oh, they're taking a left here. They're not gonna be able to go this way though. They're gonna have to go the other way. This is reminding me of some manor lords. Look at this. Hold on. No. Hold back. Hold back. Hold back. Hold back, guys. Hold back. Hold back. Let the archers start to take them out. And then you advance. Advance together. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Let's get these guys in here too. Beautiful. Look at that. We already had half of this first band in. Oh my goodness, dude. This is amazing. Look at the absolute carnage. They've got some axe guys coming in here, but we waited. They're underneath all of our archers. We've got people just sending volleys all over these guys don't stand a chance. This is incredible. Looks like we've eaten through at least one of her hordes. We are taking a little bit of damage. Somebody's running off here. 1 out of 3 hordes are down. We've got 2 more hordes and their axe set up. Oh, this is incredible, baby. Come on, we're about to get a second horde. Second horde down. There it is. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Where are the axe people? Or wait, did we already get the axe people? Let's
at your command.
Let's keep getting them. Beautiful. Is that it? Is that everyone?
I'm impressed now, Cragmore.
We were victorious.
Driving them off like that.
That's what I'm talking about, baby. Absolutely beautiful.
Procurator.
You
I
love
didn't
to
even
see
need
it.
your help.
I'm gonna start building another army too. We
When
got to
you
get
first
ready.
arrived, I had you
We're gonna
down as a
keep
rookie.
pushing forward.
But maybe I was too quick to judge.
We should honestly probably take the
This
fight
is
to
only
her,
the
huh?
beginning now, Cratius. Let me know when you've time to debrief.
Okay, sounds good to me. Looks like Ben wants to talk to us too, but I'm gonna debrief with
I feel we've crossed the Rubicon, or the Albionic equivalent.
You've got yourself a war.
She's pretty
now,
upset about
Marcus
losing.
Cratius.
Don't wait for peace, Marcus. Inaction makes us look weak. Deal with this now or never. Take down the Skaha before they grow too strong.
Never thought I'd rule with my father's iron fist. But defeating Voada could save lives.
Or maybe it doesn't have to be war. You could just sit tight and hope.
Yeah, I don't think that's
The
gonna work.
stronger your cities, the stronger your armies.
Is there a way to, like, heal them? Patrol escort?
We've got one shot.
Okay,
The
we've got some
Emperor
new
wants you to
objectives.
expand here.
Conquer Cragmore, destroy Voada's Hall
You
of Chiefs
have,
and 80% of her
on Papyrus,
fortifications,
Another to turn to in time of war.
or reach a total diplomacy reason
Don't
value
tell
of
me.
+1
That
for
means I can
ceasefire with
settle other
Voada
islands to call my own.
by completing diplomacy quests.
On one of the isles stands an old forest. That place is disturbed. The Grove of Venunos. The forest is a meeting place for dissidents. Sickle-wielding nutjobs.
Druids? I thought Druidism had been crushed in the run-up to PAX.
Whether in leafy groves or in their own heads, the stubborn of Albion will never cease with the old ways. Still, if you ever felled that forest, you'd be doing us all a favor. And perhaps yourself too. That
So
land has a
Procurator
lot of
really
mining
wants me to just
potential,
take everything over.
according to surveys we conducted during Emperor Servius's time.
Mining?
Worth considering anyway. But my main concern is the stability of this province.
And the other guy was saying we could kind of go for diplomacy. So we can go loot and pillage and do everything here, or we can try to reach a diplomacy reason value of +1, which feels like that's going to be a really long way off. I want to see her island again. I mean, I've got a feeling we're going to have a really hard time trying to take this thing over, if you want me to be completely honest. Look at this, dude. She's got so many gates and walls, and like, we beat her there because she had 4 units. She's got like 15 units around here and the high ground. Imagine trying to get through trebuchets that are dropping stuff on us and crossing moats and gates that have been closed. Like, this is, if we were trying to be a warring nation, this is how we should have built it. This is really impressive. So let me take a look at our diplomacy here. So we can see we've got Voada of the Skaha. If we take a look at her, we could even see her in the center. She's got an all-out war against Calidus, which we also don't like. So this could be an enemy of my enemy is my friend situation, is kind of what I want to do here. We can enter negotiations. We can offer her a gift. I'm going to try offering her a gift. Let's give her a generous gift of 23,700. She's up to negative 235. I don't know if offering her that gift was the best idea there.
I love my fathers.
How's it going, Ben? Still at odds with your new vocation?
We're going to be able to continue offering her gifts, and
The carpenter's splinters.
I think we're going to want to...
I find beauty in the unconscious movement
we're going to want to do
of
this.
one's hands as they work.
It almost sounds like you're having fun.
We were already going to settle this one because we needed the 10 for it, so that sounds good to me. Let's go ahead and build a
This
trading
must
post.
be the
Beautiful.
isle with the Grove of Venunos.
We're
the
gonna try to-
Procurator mentioned.
Get in the good side of the hot
Spooky.
Viking chick. Oh man, we are only scratching the surface here. So I'm going to see you guys in our next episode. I think we're going to conquer Albion in that one. And then who knows, we might even end up going back to Latium in the one after that. So hopefully you guys are looking forward to it. Again, the game is going to be releasing here in a couple of days on November 13th. So be sure to click that top link down in the description, get your pre-orders in, and I'll see you guys in the next one.